Good morning. It's good to see you today. Hope you're doing well. Yesterday, we talked about a person that the Lord met along the way, and nobody even ventured to guess who we were talking about. We had 10 different attributes. Sometimes I can be even a little too vague for my own good, we'll say. Pardon me for that. I thought today we would go through the list, and I'll just go ahead and tell you who we're talking about. We're talking about the devil. And let's just go through our list. We started off with that he came from a good home. It appears from Scripture. You might think about that the Lord created all things and all things were good. The devil was cast out of heaven is what it appears to be from Scripture. He came from a good home. We talked about how he knows the Bible backwards and forwards, and that is indeed the case. In the temptation of Jesus, the devil himself used Scripture, twisted Scripture. His ministers do the same. We talked about how shrewd, how smart he is. From the very beginning it says that he was more cunning than all the beasts of the field, is how he's described. We also said that he's sort of like Stephen. When Stephen was described as having the face as of an angel, appealing to his innocence, if you will, you might think about the devil when it says that he appears as an angel of light. We also said yesterday how busy this person is amongst all the churches, and that is indeed the case. That the devil, when he can, when we give him a foothold into the Lord's church, a little leaven leavens the whole lump. And the devil is busy amongst the Lord's churches, unfortunately. Talked about how he hungers for righteousness. He is like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour, and he wants to devour the righteous. When it is time to do battle, we mentioned that this person, that he's ready to strap it on and to fight. And that's indeed the case. He is fighting in the good fight of faith. He's just on the wrong side. He has his ministers, and as we do battle, we are battling against the enemies of the cross. And they serve their commander, and they are his ministers. We mentioned that he wins more battles than he loses. And what we mean by that is that there are going to be more souls in hell than there are in heaven. Doesn't mean that the devil's going to win the war, but he wins more battles than he loses. We also mentioned that he was somewhat of a constant companion of Paul. And what I meant by that was, remember how Paul describes that thorn in the flesh? That it was a messenger of Satan, meant to humble him, is what it says. Meant to buffet him, if I'm remembering correctly. He pleaded that it be removed 3 times. The Lord's answer was, "My grace is sufficient." We also mentioned that he is royalty, and that is what the devil is called, the prince of the power of the air. We could also mention his faith. He knows that Jesus is the Son of God. Remember what it says about the demons? Even the demons believe and tremble. We could even mention to a certain degree, we'll say, that the devil, sometimes he has to obey. In Matthew chapter 4, verse 10, Jesus says to him, "Away with you, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve." Then the devil left him. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Hope you enjoyed this study. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow morning.